Thank you, Justin. Guys, welcome to the webinar on SimTrans. Today, I just want to quickly talk to you a bit about the tool, how it can be used, and just give you a bit of the look and feel around it. So, SimTrans is a transactional tool. It uses transactions to distribute information and action certain operations within the SigmaNEST suite of products, as well as to do the same between the integration with a third-party software like an ERP system and so forth. So, SimTrans currently has more than 80 types of transactions that can be used. Today I'm going to show you about 2 or 3 of those, just to give you a bit of a taste of how it works. Before we do that, let me just show you a bit of how SimTrans looks. It runs on a Windows services, which makes it quite stable. You can either action these transactions through importing a file with the transactions in them, which will be then executed, or you can set up a district. Now, districts talks directly to the database. You can set up multiple districts to talk to the same SimTrans, which means you can integrate more than one system at the same time. Then you can set up certain types of configurations, like the types of transactions you want to use, as well as notifications towards any reports or error handling that you would like to get notified about. Then within the district, you can set up, for example, one of the conversions we're going to do now is called engineering conversion, where I can tell SimTrans which file to monitor and where to place the converted file for me. Without further ado, let's do the first transaction. So in this scenario, we're looking at a SolidWorks or a CAD designer that draws up a part in for example, any CAD product, but let's use SolidWorks for this instance. That part needs to be sent to the SigmaNEST user so it can be nested and posted for cutting. So what I would do in this case, I'm going to use this demo part. I'm going to drop it within my location, which SimTrans is monitoring. You will then see, once I open SimTrans here on the side, it will see processing started, that file will disappear, there it goes, and engineering conversion has been completed. If I go now to look for that demo part within SigmaNEST, you will see that it's already there, created, and I can just go nest it and post it. I can always obviously edit it and change or add any information needed beforehand. That's one part of looking at it. If we look at a transaction with an ERP system, imagine within your accounting package, you, for example, would like to, when you create a new customer, for that customer to be already available within SimTrans or SigmaNEST. We can use SimTrans to do this. So what I would do in this case, I'm going to mimic creating a customer in my SQL, so don't worry about this. This will be automatically built into your integration. So once the customer is created in your accounting package, this transaction, for example, will run. You can see there's a table that is monitored by SimTrans. If I go here, I will see that a new customer is being added called John for AB company. I can then go to SigmaNEST. If I go to my companies, just refresh, you will see that AB company from John has been created with all the information I wanted to be relevant to that customer. This can also happen for various other transactions, like imagine editing information like the address. Once I do that, we'll see SimTrans takes that transaction, and this can be done for multiple transactions at the same time. Oh, sorry, I just now deleted the customer, so I've removed that customer now, and I've run the delete transaction, and you will now see if I go to SigmaNEST, close here. Just quickly. So now, sorry, my computer. We'll see now that that customer would be removed. Just going to show you quickly how that's happened. So I want to see if the same will happen for the edit. So if I edit the customer, any transaction that runs with the CRM edit will change any of the information on that customer for me. Let's have a look. If I go now to companies, you will see that that customer no longer exists. So as a bulk, let's go back to the transaction. We create the customer again. And now we are going to change the address to test123 from test. So let's run the transaction. You will now see, for example, let's go back to SigmaNEST. You will now see if I refresh here, there the customer is created, and that will be AB company for John. The address is test for testing. Once I go back to here and I run the transactions that does edit, execute. If I do refresh here, you will see updated address is test123. If I go back to the list view and I run the transaction to delete that customer, you will now see, if I refresh, the customer is deleted. So all this can be automated within SigmaNEST and SimTrans. Now let's look at another transaction. Let's say you purchase stock or inventory or plate with your accounting system, and you would like SigmaNEST to automatically capture that plate within SigmaNEST, meaning that that's eliminating double work. So I'm going to send a transaction where I create a plate called sheet demo. I am going to send it to district 1, and that's going to be a 5 plates called mild steel, half mil thick, and I'm going to send it with a dimension of 120 by 60. So let's create this transaction. You will see that it's already processed. If I go to SimTrans, SimTrans sheet demo has been added to my stock. If I go to SigmaNEST and I go to my sheet list, there I have my sheet already created within SigmaNEST. At the length and width I wanted, mild steel 0.5 millimeter thick, and I've got 5 sheets lying there. And you can the same there edit, update and delete. This is just 3 basic transactions that we can do within SimTrans. Another transaction that can go combined with an integration that I would like to show you is I can also import parts with like a DXF from SimTrans. So I can drop this file, the same as I did before. Let's just go to SimTrans, file drop, sorry, wrong location, there we go, paste. This should now automatically take place, pick it up. You see there it disappears. It's been completed. If I go to my event log, you see I've imported that 199 engineering conversion completed. Then we have a little scheduled integration that runs in your Windows scheduler, for example, every time you want, let's say 5 minutes or 2 minutes. And this is called a batch file. Just going to execute that. Now it will take the properties of that SolidWorks DXF, meaning the material, the thickness, the revision number, everything, and within SigmaNEST, I just want to check that name for me. That is 01000. So if I go to SigmaNEST part list 01000, there's the part automatically pulled in with all the information that I required from SolidWorks and already filled in. So that is fantastic, and that's just for transactions. As I said, you can do from work orders, you can automatically update your jobs and everything with SimTrans automated and integrated into your system. Guys, that is all I have for now for you. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave it in the chat or send us an email, and we can discuss how SimTrans can be beneficial for you and how you can use to automate processes between your third-party software as well within your current software. Thank you very much for your time.